Hey guys, welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sport. Of course, as you guys know, it's a very hectic season, hectic festive season. Game weeks coming left, right, and center. We just had Game Week 14, not even a chance to breathe. Game Week 15 tomorrow, and then Game Week 16 Saturday. So to help me preview Game Week 15, I have our Manu expert, our resident Manu expert, and of course our producer and director here at Last Man Standing Productions, Stefan Curry. Steph, thanks for joining me. Game Week 15.
Yeah, I mean, starts tomorrow, you know. Instead of a Champions League Tuesday, we have a Premier League Tuesday. I mean, only two fixtures. One, a little bit of a dumpster fire, Wolves Burnley. I'm not trying to get too involved in that, right? But Arsenal Luton, I mean, you have to bet that Arsenal is going to go out there and demolish them. And I always have an issue with captaining Arsenal players, because even with them being top of the table and them playing really well, my thing is always, if you see an Arsenal 5-0 game, you don't often see a 2 or 3 goal performance, right? You see a Saka goal, you see an Odegaard goal, you see a Martinelli goal, and so on and so on, right? This Tuesday, however, this might be one of those times for me to break my own rule there and choose a Arsenal captain, because yeah, I don't think this is going to end well for Luton at all.
My only you know me, I'm always on the side of caution, especially as an Arsenal fan. That Luton Stadium is a bit claustrophobic. We've seen teams go there and not necessarily dismantle Luton as it should be dismantling Luton. And Luton have been scoring goals recently, putting up a fight. But I hope you are right. I really hope you are right. And I hope Arsenal could totally dominate and destroy Luton.
I mean, home advantage aside, y'all play good, you know, knocking football. And whether the ground big or small, that'll always be the antithesis of that kind of environment, you know? So I think that's a guarantee win. Is just how heavy of a win. So I think it's really just about selecting your best bet for a multiple goal game, right? So I don't know if you think that's Saka, or if you think that that's Jesus, what. But this might be a game to pull the trigger on an Arsenal player captain.
Yeah. Well, I did dabble on captaining Saka this weekend and it paid off.
It did? So did better than my Salah captain.
Right, yes.
How y'all win 5-4 and Salah have 1 assist? I don't know. But you know what? We shouldn't be surprised, because didn't they win like 13-0 some game and Salah did absolutely nothing? So
when they won what night?
It's par for the course, I guess.
Yeah, 4-3 against Fulham and only 1 assist.
Yeah.
Now,
crazy.
What I would say to hopefully the Arsenal defenders can also bring some joy, because we were 6 minutes away from getting a clean sheet as well too, and then 86 minutes or so.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for me and Tomiyasu.
Yeah, so hopefully, and then with Tomiyasu assisted, so you got 3 there. So
but I mean, you won all the points again, right?
Full 12, yeah. So hopefully, a Saliba, Tomiyasu, maybe even a Gabriel Magalhaes, and a Saka. So one of them and a Saka, I think, is a great show. So if you have your 2 free transfers, I recommend you could bring in. As an Arsenal player is a good shout.
Yeah.
Right. Just going back to the Wolves Burnley, Cunha, I've been talking about him for the whole since the season started. Cunha can't go around Wangi-chan. Wolves will be looking for blood. Burnley on a high, right? There's a player I want to recommend. Cannot pronounce his name. Please forgive me. I will butcher it. Dooney. Hope I'm saying that correct. He was decent too. I played this guy here in a head-to-head in Fantrax, and friggin' Kalaushi, or whatever you pronounce Kalaushi, right? Bam, right? Mash up the dance. So well done there, bro. Right? So you never know. Again, I was saying this on the show last week. Some of the fringe players, some of the enablers have some good fixtures, and you never know. The guys on your bench, your Baldogs, right? Your this guy Taylor, which one Taylor and Taylor Bang. These guys are on your bench, you never know. J. Rodriguez is on hot fire though. But of course, it'll be irresponsible of me to recommend someone like that. But he's on hot fire. Brighton, Brentford. Oof. Now, I don't know if you saw the Brentford game last weekend. Brentford have no one. All players down, right? Just Matoma and João Pedro still begging to start, right? So, yeah, do with that information what you will. Brentford looking good. Mbeumo for sure can't go wrong. Wissa for sure can't go wrong. Even if you're a defender, you never know, could get some clean sheet points.
The only people with more injuries than Brighton might be Newcastle.
Yeah,
honestly.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, that is facts.
That's tough, yeah.
That's a tough one. Then Palace are hosting Bournemouth. Tricky one. Palace did their thing on the weekend. Bournemouth held Aston Villa. Of course, Cam Graham with a Solanke shout. Mateta was the lone goal scorer there for Palace.
I find the Palace, the typical Palace different makers though. Like I haven't seen like where you been, Azzy?
Yeah.
You know, like where the performances that we expect out of players like that on a week in, week out basis,
Correct.
right? You know, you don't have the Zahas anymore, which technically speaking should be a good thing, because if anything, people might always consider him a bit of a greedy player, right? So without him in there, you should have a more fluid team.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe something just not, clicking for them just yet.
But they are dangerous at home. Bournemouth have been dangerous right through, even if they're losing, they're scoring goals. Semeno looking good.
Yeah, that's a strong draw vibes.
So this could be another draw, but I see Bournemouth getting a cheeky win. I think they have the better depth and could cause some trouble for Palace if Palace are not on it. Whew, this one is a very nice one here. Fulham, Nottingham Forest. Fulham almost gave Arsenal the title, but they almost helped Arsenal with a vital win over Liverpool, but it wasn't to be. But they're scoring goals. You saw it last week, and we've seen it again this week. So they're scoring goals.
Do you expect a continuation of that, or a bit of a fall off from all of that in those 2 weeks, but then with this short turnaround?
Right, we'll see now what their energy levels are like. Yeah, that's a good point. But I think they could do it. I think they could push and go for it. Nottingham not looking too hot. They dipped. They have some poor form at 4 now. 4 losses now. They were in and doing well, but again scoring goals. But they were very quiet this weekend. No Iwoni, so that one hurting them a lot. Chris Wood
on
not
paper,
doing it.
this should be. Well, he also went down the weekend gone. On paper, this should be a Fulham win, but it's not gonna. I don't think it will be an easy win if they get it. I could easily see that game being 3-2, 2-1, something like that.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Langa one time.
Big up Ilanga. Big up Wilson looking good. Gary Wilson look good.
Also, the next game,
boy.
if the Blades don't get destroyed by Liverpool,
that's it.
Then title race, whatever, it's done.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? Because if you all scrape by 4-3 against Fulham, right? 4-3, 5-4, whatever it was, right? And then you all can't bounce back from that by beating the Sheffield team, then the long game is not going to be there, and it's going to be Arsenal's to lose, honestly.
Yeah, for real. Sheffield,
so good shout on Liverpool for players.
For sure. But this hopefully is not as you reminded us at the top there. Hopefully it's not a Bournemouth repeat where Salah does nothing at all, right? But Trent looking good, but might be too expensive for someone.
Trent might be a little pricey.
Might be too expensive.
How much is Szoboszlai right now?
Szoboszlai.
What is
check quick for you.
What is his current value?
Let me see. I'm gonna check for you quickly. He might be a good shout.
Because on value for money, I'm wondering if he might be one of the
7.1.
Listen, let me see that midfield a minute. Honestly, he still might be your your bang for buck out of there because look, Diaz is already 7.4.
Yeah.
Right? We have players there up at 11 and then in your Salas. So Szoboszlai really mightn't be a bad shot at all.
Yeah.
If you need a Liverpool asset
And
in a
then-
game that they should
win.
yeah.
And hopefully with clean sheets. So Simicus, if you already have Simicus so you don't have him yet, he got an assist on the weekend, so not too bad. If Trent is too much money for you, Trent is it. Right, so forget I even mentioned that. So moving swiftly along, the next game, now forget FPL. This is title decider right here.
Yeah.
This is Champions League place.
Yeah.
Right? This one real big. Villa versus City. Unai Emery versus Pep. Big game. This is a big game.
Yeah, benefit to Villa being home too.
Yeah.
But I mean it's tough, right? City gonna come out full blood after that last draw, especially by how hard done they feel by it.
Yes.
Right? They're gonna watch y'all potentially by the time they play.
Right, potentially, hopefully.
Be, 7 points ahead?
Hopefully,
right?
hopefully.
So they could start that game 7 points behind. Right? And that's gonna, I mean, a fire will very much be under their belly.
Correct.
Going into that game. You know what? It is still a tough one though because who's gonna get your goals, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like last few games, right? We went 4 games without an Alvarez goal until recently, right?
Yes.
That's the longest he ever went,
yes.
right? We got a Grealish goal.
Right, yeah.
Right? Foden has been on point.
Yes.
Right?
I think 5 and 6 or something like that. Yeah.
So Foden has been on point.
Solid.
But between a Haaland or Alvarez or Foden, who's gonna get at more than 1 goal? You know?
Yeah.
That's tough because you always have to assume one of these days Haaland gonna just drop a hat trick on somebody again,
a
right?
bag. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's a tough one because I also don't expect a clean sheet for anybody.
Definitely
in that
not.
game.
I don't see any clean sheets forthcoming. And as we saw, Watkins played on the weekend, so Watkins is a good shout, and he did bring some returns on the weekend as well.
How many minutes he played?
So Watkins, let's send it quickly. Right, so, and as I said, so Watkins could be a good shout. I know most people, Douglas Luiz and all, not a terrible shout, but Diaby is the man for sure. Diaby is the guy that seems to be on everyone's lips since game week 1. And Watkins played, he played the full 90.
Played the full 90.
Yeah, and he bagged up 11 points. So not too bad there. And that was against Bournemouth though.
You think he's gonna go 90 and 90 with, I don't know, 3-4 days, whatever it is apart?
And that's the tricky part. Well, they have no choice. The options to replace him are not that great, so they have no choice. Yeah, they have no choice. Leon Bailey and all might.
I think he's a good player. He's in good form.
Yeah.
My only concern would be, is he gonna play the whole game?
Yeah.
Or can he?
Can he? Yeah. That's it. City, well, as you said, they call all the assets there already. I would even say a wild shout. I think so. Based on the rotation, Grealish might start this one and then Doku come on.
Right,
so Grealish will start this game and then Doku come on. I feel that's what he will do this time.
That's very possible.
So Bernardo Foden.
No. I'm pretty sure Grealish
came on.
No, but I don't think I think he made himself unavailable for this game.
Oh, he has the cards. I think yes, Grealish and Shucks, because they're on suspension. Yes, so, Grealish and Rodri won't be available.
So
Grealish and Rodri. I'm glad they said that. Grealish and Rodri are not available for these games. Or Rodri for sure. Too good to the Grealish, but the Rodri for sure.
I'm fairly sure he's not
And
going to be
we've seen
available
how
for this
City
game.
play without Rodri.
Yeah.
Woof!
Yeah,
So,
little problematic.
all right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
back on the Villa assets. So Fulham on the Villa assets. Fulham.
Yeah, just the one of defenders from
yeah.
the other team.
Yeah, no defenders. No defenders.
Yeah, and then we come to this shit show. It's gonna be an absolute shit show.
So guys, I think the triple captain Palmer might be a good show this game. We're talking
'cause
about the
he's
Man U
He's gonna get 2
Chelsea.
fucking penalties. That's why.
Man U Chelsea. Now let's be real, right? Let's be real. Man U. As a fan, if you had to recommend 2 assets to someone.
2?
Yeah, for this game. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm asking a lot.
2, boy. 2? That you see, that's
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to recommend any assets.
Yeah.
From
That's
this
fair.
game because, like I said, I think it's gonna be an absolute shit show, and because of that, like this is the kind of game. If we win and it's like 3-2 or something, is a fucking Scott McTominay hat trick, and like nobody picking Scott on a regular, right? So I'm not gonna be out here like, oh, you should have picked. No. So it's tough because we're not getting anything from up front. Like not a damn thing up front, right? I don't know 100% what Hoyland's fitness level is.
Yeah.
Right? Because he is likely to start this game as he
Right.
is to just not play.
Not play at all.
Right? Especially with the fixture list incoming, right? Martial fit, but like again, haven't been getting anything. And then am I getting Prem Onana? Am I getting Champions League Onana? Right? Because
Cup
as
of
far as
Nations
I'm
Onana.
concerned, I would have benched him at this point.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Binder would have been in there for me because I just can't. The mistakes is what I can't live with.
Yes. Yes.
Right? It's one thing, like that third goal. Listen, that was a great first touch. What a crack. You could say if you want, it was near post. He should have done better. Whatever. Cool. The point is, it should have been 3-1. Because that one I would have been fine with. The other 2 were absolutely mistakes. And yeah, I mean, he comfortable with the ball at his feet and all of that kind of stuff. Even when he making mistakes, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. He not really conceding goals from that. He
No.
conceding these other terrible things, and it's like this team has. So they scored like 15 goals in the Champions League, right? And win a game basically, right? But in Prem, struggling for goals. So when you make mistakes in the Prem like that now, you're just multiplying the pressure for them to dig back out when they haven't been scoring goals. I know he has 6 clean sheets. I don't know how. Right? I truly couldn't tell you how. Right? Because it's like 6 clean sheets and then just a spate of terrible
Performances.
yeah.
Games, yeah.
So I have no idea. Like this could be 0-0. It could be 4-4 with 4 penalties across the both teams. I think it's just going to be a
taking that.
absolute shit show. If anything, I would take a Chelsea asset.
Right.
Right? Like I wouldn't be surprised on a Palmer because I really wouldn't be surprised if they get a penalty. Or two.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't be surprised.
Even a Sterling, I would say Sterling's not a bad show for this game. You know,
He's been in good form.
Yeah.
He's been in good form for sure. I don't know if he has a great record against players like a Wan-Bissaka, but then I also couldn't tell you for sure I want Bissaka play.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the next thing.
yeah.
But guys, yeah. So I guess avoid Manu.
That's gonna be that's gonna be must-see TV, but
yeah.
easy on the player assets.
Yeah, I really can't. I can't with a good heart tell you what. Next game now.
Boy.
Whew.
You know what? You know
Everton,
what? I feel
Newcastle.
real bad for Everton
Yeah, boy.
because every week is just another.
Tough.
Just yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think they're gonna go down. I think they have enough quality to keep themselves up. They're just in a patch right now of post points deduction.
Correct.
Just
Yeah. Pepper.
yeah.
Pepper. Because they're next. So Newcastle next. Then on the weekend, Chelsea. Right. Now I knew all this before. Just want to let you all know. And then a little respite with Burnley.
Right.
So if they could do, and to be fair to them, even when you spanked them 3-0, they did not play terrible in that game.
Spank.
You know?
Is
I know, spank is a
yeah.
strong word.
We had like
Spank.
4 chances and we scored 3. That's really all that happened in that game. because they had like 10 chances. They just didn't score any.
So Everton, Newcastle, of course, Gordon, can't go wrong with Gordon, can't go wrong with Lascelles. Apparently, if you have, I have Trippier already, got my 12 points on the weekend, happy with that.
How much is Isak right now?
Isak. Let's see how much Isak. Now, I am not too hot on Isak personally, but again, that's just me.
Now looking for value for money here.
Yeah. Isak is 7.5.
That's too much. that's too much. That is too much.
Yeah.
Because, good lord, look at injuries. That's half the midfield.
Yeah, a lot of just red. Yeah.
And look, they have a. Nah, Gordon playing. I don't care about that.
Yeah, well, no, Gordon.
I don't care about that yellow.
Yeah, Gordon have no. Yeah, we don't worry about that. Gordon flagged, but Gordon will play. 75% chance, yeah, safe.
Honestly, your value for money there might have to be between Joelinton and GAMEWEEK because they're still under 6, right? And they look like the only 2 players who gonna play every game for the rest of the season.
Correct.
That might be your best bet.
Yeah, I'm not vexed for that. And lastly, we have a London derby. Exciting one. Spurs playing West Ham. Of course, everyone thought Spurs were going to get spanked up against City. I had no hope. I was just hoping for a draw. That was the best case scenario as an Arsenal fan. But big up Spurs. They did what they had to do. Thanks, guys.
Tell you how much I thought City was going to have that game. I put Kulusevski on the bench.
Right.
And
yeah, a goal and an assist. Yeah, boy.
See how that went. But
yeah,
shout out to Kulusevski.
Yeah.
Solid option for asset from that game. Been playing really well. I think I picked him up right as he was getting into his form,
right.
Like 2 or 3 game weeks ago. So that's a good option. And then, you can never go wrong with a Suchek.
Yeah, for sure.
With a player like that.
For sure.
Absolute engine. Gonna run whole game, every game. Might go a whole game, nothing, and then 92nd minute goal.
Yeah.
But that's just the kind of player he is.
Yeah, so guys, of course, the best captain for this game week. Now, of course,
I have to go Arsenal player.
Yeah, SAKA again. So we did recommend him this last game week, and he thankfully validated my decision. Of course, you can't go with Haaland. Even in a tough game against Spurs, he got 2 assists.
True.
I know that's not what we captained him for, but you got returns. It's better than 2 points.
Yeah, 100%. Better than my Salah, 1 assist.
Better than Salah's, right? Even Salah might be a good shout. I'm not going to recommend players like Darwin. I'm fed up with Darwin. Have him, keep him, but don't captain him because it takes 10 chances for him to hit the post.
Yeah, I think your best bet is an Arsenal player, followed up by a Liverpool player.
Right.
And then, nobody ever gonna tell anything for captain and Haaland.
Yeah. And I even want to give a cheeky shout for Gordon against Everton. A cheeky shout. Gordon has been consistent, very cheeky. Very, very cheeky shout. If you're feeling risky, I see why not. And
if you're feeling risky, Palmer.
Yeah.
Captain
even
Palmer.
Done. Right? Defenders wise, now if you're looking for this season has not been that great for our fullbacks like we are accustomed. So maybe don't put too much emphasis on that. Don't cry, you get your assist, you get your clean sheet, run with it. But it's not guaranteed anymore. Because as we see, even the lower teams can ruin your clean sheet party. So I won't put too much emphasis on that. I won't cry over that or force that too much. But you can't go wrong maybe this game week and ask maybe a Tamayasu. He was a great shout. You can't go wrong with a Lascelles, good shout. Your Trippiers, good shout. But they might be too expensive for you. But even a Tsimikas, maybe Tsimikas might be a good shout to have if you don't already have him. These are guys that you should have already had based on their form. All right. Well, we spoke about Saka and whatnot, but midfield wise, some good midfielders. You can't go wrong for this game week. As you mentioned, Palmer, I want to mention Sterling as an alternative. Soberslai, as he mentioned. Even McAllister got a cheeky goal last week. Maybe he could do something again. You can't, and of course in the striker region, the Solankis, you can't go wrong with Cunha, Wang Yichang. These are men that I am big enough. Wang Yichang is a midfield in the game, but yeah, Wang Yichang is a good shout too. Darwin, but I don't know. Can Darwin finally do something? Maybe he might get some assists. of course, Haaland. Alvarez would have. Now, most people, a lot of people transferred out Alvarez last week. He was in the trend.
Yeah.
I held on to him.
Mistake.
So, and of course, you can't go wrong with your cheeky Brennan Johnson if you're feeling very risky. Kudos from West Ham is looking good as well. So a lot of great differentials there. And consistent as well. Consistent. Previous game week and this game week. So, there you have it, guys. It was a quick, short, sweet show. Any solid piece of advice for the game week 15 before we go?
You know, a lot of those big games like that United Chelsea, don't expect a ton from some of those games coming up, because with the pace of the fixtures coming up through December, there are going to be a good few of those games that are going to be disappointing. They're going to be, you know, 0-0s, 1-0s.
Yeah.
So try and look at some other areas and don't just get attracted to the big shiny game.
And of course, I want to also throw something there. So between 15 and 16, look at your fixtures and try. I know it's difficult. Look at all the injury news. Look at all the press conferences. There's going to be a heavy rotation this week and by extension this month. Especially where we see City are going to play Luton eventually. They're not going to disrespect them, but it is going to be rotation.
Oh, and one good thing.
Be careful with that.
The one benefit of this crazy December pace is, if you just have a smidge of patience, you're going to get your 2 transfers a lot quicker than you usually would.
Correct.
So, you know, try and look ahead and just be like, you know, if I just wait until this time next week, I'll have 2 instead of burning
struggling one. Because you see how, and I know you would love to have 2 free transfers today for tomorrow. All right. So guys, of course, if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe, guys. We appreciate you watching, and of course, leave some comments. Let us know if you agree with some of our picks, some of our analysis. And we'll see you guys in the next one, which is possibly Thursday. May your RS be green, may your captain score a hat-trick. And take care. Happy picking, guys. See you all.